Okay, just focus on your breathing. As you focus on your breathing, you will naturally start to relax. As you relax, you'll feel your chest and your tummy rise and fall with each breath that you take. That nice feeling of relaxation, allow it to flow down the top of your head, into the back of your head, and into your neck. Flowing down through your face, your cheeks and your lips and your chin, and flowing across your shoulders. And just feel the relaxation flowing all the way down your arms, right down into your hands and right to the tips of your fingers. And flowing all the way down your back, all the way down your chest and your tummy. Flowing down through your hips and thighs. Flowing all the way down to your knees and your calves and your ankles and your feet. Flowing right to tips of your toes. With each breath you take, you fill yourself with the most pure relaxation, and it flows to every cell of your body. So with each breath you relax more and more with each breath that you take. I just want you to imagine you're out in nature. It's a warm and sunny day. Temperature is just right. And you're in a place in nature that's particularly peaceful. You feel as if time has stood still. You feel safe. You feel at peace. Feel a gentle breeze. And as you breathe in that relaxation, you feel yourself becoming lighter and lighter and lighter. And as you feel lighter, lighter, you feel yourself floating upwards, up and up into the air. And you feel so free, just floating. You feel safe, you feel free, you feel loved as you float up and up. You're looking down on that beautiful place in nature. And you float up and up and up. And you're looking down on the whole town. You float up and up and up. You're looking down on the whole country. You float up and up. The higher you float, the more free and peaceful you feel. And as you float up, you're looking down on the whole world, a beautiful planet. I just want you to use your intuition and what comes to you. And as you look at the world, you notice it's spinning faster and faster. And it's spinning so fast, 100 years has passed, and 200 years has passed, and 300, and 400, and 500 years has passed, and you're looking down on that beautiful planet, and 500 years has passed. And many, many things has happened in that time. So as you look down at the beautiful world 500 years into the future, how do you sense the environment is? We hear so much about climate and everything else. Instinctively, as you look down 500 years in the future, how is the environment?
So the planet seems to be circled within, seems to be giving off some kind of additional golden light.
And where's that come from?
Seems to be kind of a celestial type energy that the planet has. So the planet's been stripped back. It's been stripped back to how it was before it was cloaked for a darker age. And that I'm just being shown now that I'm being shown it kind of in like a zip, and you unzip it, and then the map, the globe is within that, is in the new Earth, Gaia, how the planet was supposed to be, like a shiny new version. It looks similar, but it doesn't. It's not the same. It's giving off quite a much higher frequency, more of a peace energy.
So it feels positive.
Very, very, very.
Good, good. And what's the population of Earth like compared to our current time? Is it more people, less?
So the people seem to be very much, there are less big cities. It's very much more, people are spaced out. The environment is very different. There aren't these harsh pockets wise on the planet. People are utilizing the natural resources. So there's not the need to be in them. It's more it's very much more community based, where people come to learn.
And are parts of the Earth more populated than others?
It's definitely more of an even. It's more of a. It seems to be much more even. It's a spread. There just aren't those tightly packed, built up areas.
So who's in control of the Earth?
The people.
Cool, cool, cool. So it's more of a collective.
It's very much collective, and it's collective groups, and it's kind of, it's given me, from what I can try and translate, it is very much kind of, if we think about the kind of Machu Picchu type living, where there are communities and they understand the part of the land that they are living on. So I suppose it's kind of more like that, and they work with other communities. Yeah.
That's almost sounds almost how we used to be, tribal.
It's very, so it's kind of very, very tribal. But no, it's very, 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 we've gone past there is no, we don't have the anger and the fighting. So the tribal, it's very tribal, we work together, we learn, all about learning, and working with the different elements, really. So there isn't the same way of, we don't have there is no city life, 9 to 5 corporate. That doesn't exist anymore. That's gone. It's all been phased out as part of this unzipping of the world. It's a more Shangri-La, heaven on earth, whatever name that you want to give it. Eden. It's more of the Eden. It's returning to the Eden that it was supposed to be. It went through many cycles where it was not allowed to be, and the Earth planet is now known as a celestial being. And because people understand that the Earth is a celestial being itself, people have been learning to treat it with a different level of respect. And the Earth has been teaching people, and so people are now communicating in various ways with the animals, the trees, the flowers, the standing stones. Standing stone seems to be some kind of spiritual teaching. I can see people at spiritual I can see them going there to learn knowledge, to be taught.
Mm.
And there are yeah, there are many different. So we're just so that you have the what we would call the normal human population, but there are other populations with through other dimensions and with inner Earth, and we have many visitors that we work with.
Oh wow, where are the visitors from?
So the visitors are from many different universes. So we have turned into, from Earth School, we're more into Earth University, where people come here. It's kind of like a higher level learning. When they come here, they can come here for a short time, for a long time. Human population can stay here. A person can choose when to leave. There's no dying at 70, 80. You can live for hundreds of years. And normally that is when you feel like you have learned enough, then you want to leave for a different experience. So it might be, depending on the environment where you're going next, or your galactic families, or your soul family, they may need to learn something from for their planet. And it's really a hub. It's a hub of sharing and learning, and real tapping into a real cooperative and joyful. It's kind of, the pendulum has swung the other way.
Mm. Mm.
Type of living we have now.
So what created this change? Because obviously the world's changed quite a lot from how it is in our current time. What created that change?
There are elements that are already in place, that are taking place right now, that we cannot really see. Some people can see, some people cannot. We are tapping into that energy is very much associated with the solar eclipse on the 8th that we've just had, the 2024 one. There seems to be it's an initiation point. Were we going to get this far? We've got this far. This is going to allow a swift move forward. So I think we'll see real change very quickly, in a way that we can't really imagine or comprehend, or we would call it kind of sci-fi. Things are very much going to start connecting to each other.
Mm.
That will allow, so the intelligence of the water, the ancient stones, the knowledge they hold in them. So the knowledge of the stones holds the crystal quartz, and they are actually quantum computing, which will connect into the quantum field. So our whole way of understanding sciences and how the planet operates and holds itself, we will be relearning. We'll be relearning completely different concepts. We have to move into that phase of understanding things are not what we once thought they were. Actually, things for the better are coming. I mean, everyone will be going, it seems to be going through this at a different pace, but that's more of happening over the next 10, 20, 30 years. But this is within 500, that has spread. So that is why, because the change is going to happen very quickly.
All right. Is anybody particularly instigating the change? Is there any world leaders that are going to be helpful, or any particular person?
I'm feeling a real cooperation.
Mm,
It's going to those with the highest intentions. It seems to be that there are some that seem to be some kind of a journey that people have been going through. And there's some kind of as the eclipse was an initiator, there are other things lined up to enable this to happen.
it's amazing. So it sounds like something triggers a sort of collective consciousness.
So there are many timelines. So some people will be on a more of a advanced quantum timeline where they will see these changes quicker, and there'll be those that are kind of refusing to see, don't want to see. So that is the sticky energy that's going to happen to allow, but that it will happen. So in the 500 years, that has been very successful.
It's amazing. So what do people right now need to know?
Change is good, change is positive. See things with fresh eyes. I can see a completely different way of traveling and a level that we can't even imagine. So it's very kind of Star Trek via the portals, via the beam me up, Scotty. So we won't have all the airplanes, we won't have all these machines, we won't need them. We'll be able to use the quantum field. So people will be able to travel to different points rather than it won't be in a metal box flying through the air. And as we will be becoming more of a university on this planet, and we will have visitors from other planets, it's going to be very advanced here. Very advanced, because it's a melting pot, as it's a bit like a melting pot now for different groups of people who have different thoughts. It's kind of like that, but on a higher way of living. So it still has that energy where different groups of people come together, but we won't have the same challenges, that we won't have the same man-made challenges, because we'll be able to use the quantum field, which will then in turn mean things like quantum healing, and we won't have the sicknesses we have. There won't be this is the kind of this is the end. This is the Mayan calendar, what the Mayan calendar predicted, kind of the end of the world as we know it, and stepping into a freer world with less pains. The pain won't be there, and the people's DNA will have been activated, self-healing, the healing of the ancestral lines, which means that there won't be inherited pain as we once understood it. So we have, I keep just getting this learning and working together, and like such positivity and the happiness. And it could be, some people will be learning advanced techniques and technologies, but it won't require lots of metal in the sky, the planet being surrounded by pieces of metal for communications. It will be done so it's very quantum. Everything is quantum. We'll see things in a very different way.
Makes a lot of sense. I've often seen that by our next lifetime, we're very different. It's like something happens to fast track our evolvements. It makes sense with what you're saying, that we suddenly start to come into that place of no pain, which holds us back and keeps us in the primitive energy. And when we start to learn and study, we study the right things, we evolve. So I think what you're saying is what creates that massive shift. Because I've often wondered what creates that rapid evolution amongst people.
It's going to be the hunger to learn. So as things start to, for a better term, come alive.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
as we have more of a connect and we see that the crystals aren't just a piece of rock, that they're actually starting to come alive in a way of communications, and that there are ways to work with animals, and we'll be able to have telepathy, and the bees and the flowers. So when I say about it's kind of a university, it's not necessarily the advanced level. It might be somebody just wants to come and understand how about kind of on an animal, how to love animals. It would be how to tap into advanced knowledge through different time and space, but it doesn't mean we'll all be on an advanced kind of learning in the way we've been taught. Is a completely different way of learning, and the people are going to absolutely, they're going to be shown things, and there's something in our DNA that's been triggered, and our DNA, it's already predestined to what our particular topic is. So it's been shared out so that there isn't like how we kind of operate now, where people go, oh, okay, we'll do finance to make money. It's not, there's going to be something within them that they hold, probably through ancestral lines, that will be more of an indication of the areas that they work in. We won't be rewarded with the kind of money, that's how we're rewarded now, but it's with the connection and the understanding. And so that's how different groups of people will be kind of causing this excitement by they won't be watching the TV, because they'll be discussing these new ways of living and new understandings, and it's going to cause a lot of excitement after a lot of confusion.
That's amazing. This is great information. And what I want you to do is take a nice deep breath. And I've got a feeling we'll do this again. But kind of don't want to overwhelm people because there's so much there. I can feel that you've got an avalanche of it there, and I think we'll do it in stages. This is great information. So what you do is just float back down to earth, back to your current time. Float back down to earth in your current time. This is really great. And you're back in that beautiful place in nature, and you've got the most wonderful energy flowing through you. Because I know this can take a lot out of you. So this will keep your energy really flowing wonderfully. And yeah, this is wonderful. So enjoy that beautiful place. And when you're ready, take a deep breath and open your eyes. Yes, really makes a lot of sense to me. I just want to mention to people, I've just been working with Jojo, who's the finder of secrets, and she's got a lot more. We could be doing a lot more of this, but I wanted to give you a bit of a overview of what she sees. We can go to other time frames. We can go to look at things from different perspectives. We can do a whole load of stuff. But I just wanted to give you a nice little taster of what the world in 500 years time, and it seems a lot better than it is now, which is one thing I have said, and I've written that in my books. The world is a lot better when we get past this nutty, bizarre, strange time we're in. We do come, I've often said it's as if we grow up as a species, and I think that's kind of what you were saying.
Yeah, I did see a lot of crazy stuff, but I think people aren't quite ready to hear. But everything I saw is wonderful, fascinating, high energy, just a whole different way of, that's just love, just like a lovely, like somebody's wrapped you in a blanket, giving you a nice glass of red wine,
How it should be.
How it's exactly how it should be, how everything should be. And we're just grateful to be here, as opposed to the current struggles that everybody feels at the moment.
Absolutely. Jojo, Finder a Secret. That's so cool. Thank you so much. And that
Oh.
my thing is freezing. So let me just, yeah, thank you so much.